Hey everyone, welcome back to Old Charles. Today we're diving into the world of rare coins and talking about something exciting, minus 1,972 pennies that could be worth thousands of dollars. These pennies are hiding in plain sight, so you might even have one in your pocket right now. Stick around to learn what makes certain 1972 pennies so valuable and how to spot these hidden treasures. 1972 was an interesting year for the US. Pennies minted this year may seem like any other, but some have unique errors that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Most of the valuable 1972 pennies come from the Philadelphia Mint, which means they won't have a mint mark. But what's the secret to these coins' worth? It all comes down to a rare error known as the double die. A close-up of the 1972 double die error on a penny, highlighting the doubling on letters and numbers. Error occurs during the coin's striking process when the die, the tool that imprints the coin's design, is struck twice at slightly different angles. This results in a doubling effect on the coin's design, usually on the letters or numbers. The 1972 double die penny shows doubling on important details like "Liberty in God We Trust" and the date 1972. When you spot that doubling, you know you're looking at something special. There are actually several varieties of double die errors for 1972 pennies, but one stands out above the rest. The most valuable and sought after is called the 1972 double die obverse, or DDO, for the doubling on the front, or obverse, side of the penny. This particular error is so bold that you can see it with the naked eye, though a magnifying glass helps. Other varieties have minor doubling on certain areas, but these are much subtler and often require closer inspection. While the main 1972 DDO can be worth big money, even the lesser varieties can fetch a good price if they're in great condition. A price chart showing the potential values of 1972 double die pennies in different conditions, with examples of coins in mint state condition. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the value. The value of a 1972 double die penny depends on its condition. Coins in mint state, meaning they're in near perfect, uncirculated condition, are worth the most. Here's what collectors are paying for 1972 double die pennies. If your 1972 DDO penny is circulated, meaning it shows some wear, it could still be worth between $50 and $300, depending on the level of wear. Coins in higher mint state conditions, like MS63 or MS65, can sell for anywhere from $500 to $1,000. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. Pennies with the bold 1972 double die error that have been graded MS67 or higher by a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, can reach values over $3,000, and some have even gone for up to $10,000 at auction. Keep in mind, the rarer the doubling, the higher the value. A bold double die with minimal wear is a dream find for collectors and can bring in serious money. Demonstrate how to inspect a 1972 penny with a magnifying glass or loupe. First, grab a magnifying glass or loupe. Start by looking closely at the lettering "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," as well as the date 1972 with the primary DDO. You should see clear, noticeable doubling on these areas. If you're unsure, you can compare it to a regular 1972 penny to see if you notice the doubling. The clearer and more distinct the doubling, the more valuable the coin. Even small signs of doubling can mean a higher price. So take your time examining each detail. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Even a small difference in grade can mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC are trusted names in the industry, and they grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70. For example, the top grades, and that's where we see the highest values. If you think you found a 1972 double die penny, it could be worth getting it professionally graded to maximize its value. While the double die obverse is the most famous error on the 1972 penny, it's not the only one to keep an eye out for. There are other errors and varieties that collectors find valuable, like coins that were struck off-center during the minting process. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. Some coins have a mint mark that was accidentally stamped twice, creating a shadow. To check for that double die error on the obverse, look closely at the lettering and date, and consider getting it graded if it looks promising. There's a chance you might be holding on to a penny worth thousands of dollars. The 1972 penny, minted by the United States Mint, is a well-known coin among collectors primarily due to its unique error variations, particularly the double die error on the obverse front side. Let's dive into the history of the 1972 penny and understand what makes certain versions of this coin so sought after. By 1972, the Lincoln penny had seen some design changes, but it still featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These pennies were made primarily of copper 95%, with a small amount of zinc 5%, a composition that continued until 1982, when the penny switched to a predominantly zinc composition. The 1972 double die is one of the most prominent double die errors in U.S. coinage history, making it a standout among error coins. It's considered especially desirable because the doubling is bold and visible without needing magnification, making it a rare and exciting find for collectors. The double die error on the 1972 penny wasn't doubling in circulation. Although exact mintage numbers for the error are unknown, estimates suggest that only around 20,000 of these double die pennies were released into circulation. Because of its rarity and the visual appeal of the doubling, the 1972 double die penny quickly became popular among collectors. Its value can range from $50 for circulated versions in good condition to thousands of dollars for high-grade, mint-state examples. In 2007, a 1972 double die penny graded MS67 near perfect condition sold for over $1,000 at auction. Since then, demand for this coin has only grown, especially among collectors interested in U.S. coinage errors. In addition to the main 1972 double die, there are minor double die varieties from that year that exhibit less noticeable doubling. These varieties, while valuable, typically don't reach the same prices as the primary double die. However, they are still collectible and sought after, especially if they are in high-grade, uncirculated condition. Like all collectible coins, the value of a 1972 double die penny depends heavily on its NGC. The 1972 double die penny is more than just an error coin, it's part of a broader legacy of Lincoln cents that are treasured by collectors. Alongside other famous U.S. mint errors like the 1955 double die penny and the 1969 double die penny, the 1972 double die highlights the allure of mistakes in the minting process that become prized collectibles. This penny continues to capture the interest of collectors, both experienced and new, and serves as a reminder of the precision and complexity of minting coins. The 1972 double die penny remains one of the most well-known error coins, often celebrated for its beauty, rarity, and the mystery of how many might still be out there, waiting to be discovered. In summary, the 1972 double die penny is a unique piece of U.S. numismatic history. Its popularity among collectors stems from its striking visual doubling rarity and the excitement of finding such a valuable error coin in circulation. For anyone interested in U.S. coinage, the 1972 double die penny represents an important chapter in the story of the Lincoln cent and remains a highly sought-after collector's item. The condition of a 1972 double die penny is crucial in determining its value, as with most. The wear, luster, and overall appearance of a coin. Here's a breakdown of the grading scale and how it applies to the 1972 double die penny. These are uncirculated coins with minor imperfections or marks but no signs of wear. A 1972 double die penny in this range could be worth between $100 and $300. These are near perfect coins with sharp details, full luster, and no visible imperfections. A 1972 double die penny graded MS67 or higher can command over $3,000, sometimes even reaching $10,000. Coins in AU grades show slight wear on the highest points but still retain much of their original luster. A 1972 double die penny in AU condition might be worth around $50 to $200. Grade coins have light wear on high points, but details are still visible. In this condition, a 1972 double die penny could fetch $30 to $100. Coins in VF condition display moderate wear with clear details, although some areas are flattened. These typically sell for $15 to $30. Coins with significant wear are still collectible but are valued lower, usually around $5 to $10 for the 1972 double die penny. Getting a 1972 double die penny professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC can add value, as collectors often pay more for graded coins due to the assurance of authenticity and condition. The condition of a 1972 double die penny is key to determining its value, with high-grade examples commanding thousands of dollars. If you think you have one in excellent condition, it may be worth grading to potentially maximize its worth.